Hey, good day, folks. It's Lance Klessig here in southeast Minnesota on an awesome early October morning. I wanted to provide an update today on interseeding in corn specifically, but even more specific than that, comparing 30-inch corn to 60-inch corn. And so here we have, some 60-inch rows. And let's see if I can show you some of the biomass. So we have some tremendous amount of biomass, 15, 20 inches of biomass. We're looking at, I think the mix was around 14 or 15 species. Here you have some buckwheat that's fully mature. Let's see if you can see these. We have some really nice bulbs in here, some brassicas, turnips, some kale. I think there was 4 or 5 kinds of clover with an annual ryegrass base. And so again, the idea here is to, the combine's going to come through here in a couple weeks, take the corn off, and then we're going to have some pretty awesome grazing. If we have a cow-calf herd, if we have, maybe we have some dairy heifers, they could really make a living out on this kind of forage for sure. And part of the idea is, can we do this while maintaining yield? And so, we'll find out what kind of yield we have when the combine goes through. But again, if we can grow, a pile of these guys and a bunch of, really nice clovers, there's a lot of benefit to that in trying something different. And so we have a lot of sunlight that was able to come down the rows here because we are, again, on 60s, true 60s. We are going to have a ton of biomass to feed those cows. And not only that, we have a lot of diversity as far as different species of cool season, warm season, grasses, broadleafs. We just really have tremendous amount of biomass here. And so these rows are more of an east-west orientation, so that's something we want to think about when we plant, when we interseed. So why don't you hang with me here? We're going to jump over a couple rows, and then we're going to compare the amount of biomass that we have here, which is tremendous, to what we have in the 30-inch rows, which are obviously narrower and going to let less sunlight in. So I'm going to jump in here just a ways. So here we are in some 30s. Here's some crimson clover showing up, some of the brassicas. But again, far less. We have more annual ryegrass, I think, showing up. We do have some dandelions in here and whatnot. But here's an interesting guy. We have some biomass here, but significantly less. I mean, I'm thinking, 10% of what we had next door. So, again, we're trying to do something different. Our corn markets, our corn soybean markets really, now they did pump up here a little bit, at least the soybeans did, but what can we do to, stack on enterprises so we can, if we have cattle, we can be out here grazing, and barring a huge snowfall here in the end of October or something like that, we'll probably be able to be out here grazing for several weeks, maybe even a month, depending on how many acres of interseeded covers that we have. And so, again, just wanted to bring you an update comparing, 30-inch rows to 60-inch rows planted, the same, everything's the same. Obviously, the population over there in the row is doubled up to maintain the same infield corn population. So thanks for joining us. If you like our videos, give us a thumbs up. And lastly, choose to make it a great day, everyone.